coming our way as the Hawks face the Rivera Raiders in district play. Jonathan, what is exciting about tonight's game?
Well, it's exciting to see Harlingen South come out. They play a strong Rivera team, but we've seen Harlingen South play really well all season long, and they'd like to continue it tonight. But they do have a good opponent tonight. They're going to have their hands full with the Rivera Raiders today.
Well, I tell you what, I saw the Raiders early on this season versus Edinburgh North in about week 3 or so, and the Raiders were able to score on Edinburgh North late in the game, and it was off a big broken play and a outstanding run by one of their athletes. So the Raiders have a big play capability. I think they're going to try to get that on this stingy Hawk defense tonight. And so looking for some big plays. We know that South has some big play players as well. And so we could see some exciting football here.
Yes, Harlingen South's going to do their best to keep them from having those big plays. We know that Harlingen South plays great team defense. You don't usually see one player make a tackle. You see a whole gang of tacklers. But Rivera, they're going to do their best to get their players out in space and try to break those one-on-one tackles before the rest of the defense gets there.
Well, welcome again to Bogus Stadium. For those of y'all listening live at valleycentral.com, we're coming to you partnership with KHGN, valleycentral.com, Aaron Sines and Jonathan Medina live from the booth tonight. And we're excited, as we said, District Play continues today. Really, as we look at the district playoff picture, right now we have 1 and 2 spots pretty solidified as we move into the last couple of games of the season, but really 3 and 4 are still up for grabs here, and so nobody really below the Harlingen schools, if you will, as far as placement goes. It's a wide open field, so you can't quit yet, and so Rivera's going to try to make something happen here tonight.
Well, just like you said, they can't quit. Even though Harlingen South does look to be fighting for that number 1 spot, if they're able to get a win tonight, that puts them in pretty good place to get that 3rd or 4th spot. So they're going to do their best to get a win tonight.
And the Raiders will be receiving this kickoff going north to south, and he's going to bring it out to the 20, the 25, the 30. He's got some space to the 40. Cross midfield. He's down to the 30. The 20, one man to beat, and this is going to be a touchdown for the Rivera Raiders on the opening kickoff of the game. Jonathan, we talked about big play possibility, and the Raiders come out on special teams. Touchdown Raiders.
Well, you said it right there. Big play potential for them. They didn't just have potential on that one. They executed. There was some great blocking, and the runner was able just to go up the left side there, kind of in between everyone, and he went untouched. And once he got past all of the defenders, no one was going to catch him. He had some speed going, and number 1 from Harlingen South tried chasing him down, but he just was not fast enough to get there. And he goes in for the first 6 points. Only 13 seconds off the clock.
Well, I tell you what, we talked about that stingy defense for the Harlingen South Hawks, and a special teams kickoff return negates that defense. There's no need to even have to go against that. So Rivera Raiders get on the board quick. 6-0, waiting for the extra point now. The Raiders kick is up, and it is going to be good. So 7-0 right off the bat, ladies and gentlemen, on the opening kickoff. The Rivera Raiders put a score up on the board, something that not many teams have been able to do against the Harlingen South team this season.
Well, not many teams have been able to get into the end zone for the whole game. We've seen Harlingen South shut out team after team throughout this year, and tonight we're going to see for the first time, I believe, Harlingen South at home playing from behind. And they usually have scored first every time that we've had them here at home this year. And tonight, they're going to be coming from behind, at least for the start of the game.
And so 7-0, folks. A surprising start to this game as the Rivera Raiders have jumped ahead. And perhaps this is going to be key for the rest of the game here. Special teams is going to probably play a big factor, especially in favor of the Rivera Raiders. And so now Harlingen South will go and return this one. It looks like we're going to have Nick Garcia, number 4, and Jaden Taylor, number 7, back deep to receive. All-star wide receiver, all-star running back, if you will. Going to be trying to maybe catch lightning in a bottle as the Rivera Raiders have done on their first opening kickoff.
Well, they're definitely going to want to answer back. You don't want to go into the beginning of the game giving up an easy touchdown like that and then getting shut out right away. So they're going to hope to get some positive movement here on this beginning drive. And the ball goes out into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. So no return for Harlingen South. They'll have it on the 25-yard line. 11 minutes, 47 seconds to go. 7-0 away team, Rivera Raiders.
Rivera jumps out ahead quickly. And so we're going to see the Harlingen South offense come to the field. Of course, talk about a few of their players. We have Nick Garcia, number 4, which is a very talented multi-utility player, I would call him. Sean Montemayor, of course, a seasoned quarterback. And his running back is going to be Jaden Taylor tonight, who has been impressive, as expected, this year throughout district play.
Yeah, they have a lot of exciting players on that offense. They use Nick Garcia in a lot of different ways. And then, of course, we have Taylor in the backfield being handed off the ball by Montemayor.
And he's going to send Nick Garcia in motion here. Hands it off to Garcia. Garcia's got some room on the outside. A block by Jaden Taylor. And he'll come across the 31-yard line. Gain of 6 yards on the play for Nick Garcia on the end around.
Now they use a simple end around right there, just a simple handoff to the receiver coming in motion. Taylor does a couple of nice blocks, gets one player up the field, and then he puts his body on another before the defenders are finally able to bring down Garcia there on the edge.
Keep an eye out for number 24, Grant Preciado, who has also come up this season and has made an impact for the South offense. Here we go. Sean Montemayor in shotgun formation, along with Jaden Taylor in the backfield, sends Nick Garcia in motion. And he will hand it off to Taylor. Taylor bounces it to his left, back to the inside, puts his head down, and looks like he may lose his helmet on that one. He does lose his helmet, but he falls forward for a gain of about 2 yards. He's going to bring up a third down and 2 to go.
Yeah, right there on that play, the Rivera Raiders, they were playing run that whole, you see all the guys are in the box. They put some guys getting in penetration. He's able to break it out and put his head down for some positive yards, but they're playing man-to-man on the edge and everyone else in the box.
And here we go, third down, 2 yards to go for Sean Montemayor in shotgun formation. They've got the defense coming across line of scrimmage, but they do not snap it. 10 seconds left to go on the play clock now. We got a new running back in the game. That's Frank Quiroz, number 20. And Quiroz will have the handoff here. He's going to fall forward. It will be a first down for the Hawks as Frank Quiroz, number 20, the fresh legs, comes in to convert on third down. First down, Hawks.
Yeah, right there we saw Rivera. They played 8 guys in the box. They had everyone in there. But a nice cut by the runner. He's able to get the first down, makes the first defender miss, and he falls forward for the first down.
Hurry up offense here. Sean Montemayor in shotgun formation. Quickly going to the line of scrimmage here. Waiting for the snap. He's looking right down center field. Back right again. It has Nick Garcia, who's got a cornerback beat, and he does catch it down at the 29-yard line of the Rivera Raiders. Big first down. Sean Montemayor connects with number 4, Nick Garcia.
Yeah, I thought right there when they did the hurry-up play, they saw that they've been playing straight man-to-man on the edge. He's going to play one-on-one, and he gets, how many yards was that, Aaron?
36.
Gets 36 yards on a big completion there. He has his receiver one-on-one. He's very confident in Garcia's skills one-on-one, and Garcia won there on that one.
Yes, very confident, as you said, in number 4. He can go up and get that football. One-on-one coverage usually means trouble for the defense. Here we go. First down, now down at the 28-yard line of the Rivera Raiders. South is threatening. Sean Montemayor in shotgun formation. He's got 3 wide receivers. Jaden Taylor, 1 tight end set. We're down to 6 seconds on the play clock. Garcia in motion. He will get the handoff again. Taylor with a chip block on the outside, down to the 20, to the 18-yard line. He'll be forced out of bounds, close to the first down marker. Nick Garcia again on the end around.
Yeah, right there we see he gets a first down going on the end around. Another good block by the offensive line on the left side. They use that speed to get around the edge. They have everyone in the box, so all 8 guys are there. If they're able just to seal off the edge, you get a lot of good yards before the defense is able to get there.
And how about Jaden Taylor doing an excellent job blocking on that edge to seal that. First down for the Hawks. They do have enough to convert here. Sean Montemayor waiting for the snap now. Nick Garcia in motion again. He fakes the handoff this time. He wants his receiver out in the flats, and it's going to be an incomplete pass intended for number 83. I believe that's going to be Jeff Guevara.
Yeah, right there we had Jeff Guevara coming off in the medium flats there. Here we have the play action, goes off into medium flats. He's open, passes a little far behind, but hits him in on a pretty good target. He's had to slow down, but he should have made the catch. Unfortunately, he doesn't make it, so it'll be a Hawks second down and 10.
9 minutes and 28 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Again, it is 7-0. The Raiders lead off of that kickoff return touchdown to start the game. Montemayor hands it off to Taylor. Taylor bounces it left up to the 10-yard line. He'll fall down about the 10, and so he'll have a gain of 5, maybe 6 yards on the play.
Yeah, right there we see as Garcia goes into motion, we continue to see straight man-to-man on all the receivers, and so they're just trying to rely on numbers to stop the run game of Harlingen South, but so far it hasn't been able to stop them. They get 5 yards on a simple run play down the middle.
3rd and 5. Last time they handed the ball off and ran it for a conversion. Let's see what the Hawks do here. They will hand it off to Jaden Taylor. Cuts right, back left, but he's going to be stopped short. And we do have a flag on the field. That looks like a pink flag to me, Jonathan, as our breast cancer awareness month here. And it is going to go against the Hawks.
Yeah, I definitely had noticed there was something different about those flags than it is for breast cancer awareness. The pink flags are out, and so they want all the awareness possible. It will be a holding call. Looked like it was called on one of the receivers on the edge. Usually an edge hold is going to be called pretty easily, and that's what we had on that one.
And they will back them up here, and so they're going to get about 10 yards on that holding call.
I'm a little surprised they didn't take it because it would have been 4th down and about 4 yards. But they decided to take the 3rd and give it to 14 yards, maybe get them a little bit out of good field goal range, see if they can make a short stop.
But again, like I said, now they give them a chance here on 3rd down. And I like Nick Garcia or Preciado on the left-hand side. Let's see what Montemayor did. The shotgun formation, 3rd down, about 14 to go. He's looking towards the direction. He wants Nick Garcia wide open in the end zone. Touchdown, Hawks! Sean Montemayor connects with his favorite receiver, number 4, Nick Garcia, in the corner of the end zone, and he was so low there, Jonathan, nobody was on him.
Well, here we see him going up the middle as Montemayor looks down the middle, and he makes the cut towards the back of the end zone. It looks like there was some confusion on there because once he made the cut, no defender went with him. The middle defender must have thought he had help on the edge, but he was occupied by the other outside receiver. Easy catch and throw for Montemayor and Garcia there.
And they connect, making it a 7-6 ball game here with 8:33 left to go in the first quarter. And so now they come on to attempt the extra point here. Kicking tonight is number 19. No name for him. And the kick is a squib type kick, but it is just good. Right over that goalpost. So 7-7. The Hawks come back, tie it up. Talk about that 3rd down. Stop them for 4th down, but they take the holding penalty, gives them a 3rd down again, and they score on that 3rd down.
Yeah, you said it before. You have to think that they're going to be looking for his favorite receiver, and for some reason there was confusion, and no one covered him once he made the cut. But like you said, it's 3rd down. The coaches, they're going to question what to do there. I don't think there's a right or wrong decision there, but it seems like they did the wrong one after the play that they let up.
Yeah, it is the wrong one because they scored. And so, if they would have stopped them, it would have been the right one. And they would have probably been pushed out of field goal range. So, gamble there on the coaching side from the Rivera Raiders, but a good one at that. Montemayor doing what he does best and connects with his receiver in the corner of the end zone for a touchdown. So 7-7, it is a tie ball game. For those of y'all just tuning in, you missed an amazing kickoff return by Rivera. To open up this ball game, and they would love to do it again. So here we go. Rivera is deep to receive this. The kick by Guevara is up. And number 5 for the Rivera Raiders, it will go over his head. And so this will be a touchback. So Rivera will not get a chance. But we will get a chance to see the offense.
Yeah, the last time we didn't get to see the offense, we saw the explosiveness of the special teams returner there on the last one as he took it all the way to the house for 6 points. But now we're going to see that stingy defense get on the field. The last time we said the defense didn't get an opportunity to stop him because the special teams let it up. Now Harlingen South's defense is going to show Rivera what they can do, or maybe we'll see Rivera's offense show what they have for this Harlingen South defense that's been so stingy all year.
Well, keep an eye out for number 5 in the backfield. That is Jaquil Evans. And he has got some speed. We talk about breakaway speed. And he will have the first handoff here. He's got some space up the middle. And, man, he gets to the second level quickly before he is tackled. And that would be a gain of about 6 yards.
Yeah, simple dive play. We've seen it since the beginning of football. And it's still working to this day.
And he moved quickly, folks, right past that line of scrimmage and into that second level. And so watch out for number 5, Jaquil Evans. He has got some speed. So he will line up in the backfield. It's an I formation this time. They're bringing in a fullback. That's number 34, it looks like. Quarterback under center. Hands it off again to Evans. And Evans is going to pound his way forward. And he will have the first down for the Raiders as he is taking some very difficult yards from the Harlingen South Hawks defense. but he will convert. First down, Raiders.
Well, we see that the Rivera Raiders, they have a pretty nice-looking offensive lineman. They have some big, strong-looking players up front that look pretty athletic. Yes. And so they decided that they're going to just push right up against Harlingen South's defense and kind of try to match up for the man-to-man, as the blocking was just simple one-on-one, some regular double teams, and then run up the middle.
And here we go. We've got the running back set in the backfield. He's going to pitch it to number 5. That's Evans. This time Evans will fall forward for a gain of about 3 yards on the play. And you mentioned that offensive line, and I know that number 71 from here in the booth looks impressive. That's Mario Portales. He's a good-looking right tackle there for the Raiders.
Yeah, he looks like he's well above 6 feet tall, towers over the rest of the players there. Not a huge monster like 6'7" or anything, but he does look very impressive up here from the booth, and we've seen him make some blocks early in this game. Although the last play, the defender was able to put their hands into him on the inside. You don't want a defender to put their hands inside of you, and so the defender is able to shuck off the block, and the defender made the tackle there.
And here we go. Evans is going to line up again, and he's going to take the handoff. This time goes left, cuts back to the middle, and he's still fighting forward. He's going to come down very, very close to that first down marker, does Jackwell Evans on the handoff.
And right there we saw some really pretty blocking on the left side. It looked like the right side had given up some defenders coming to him, but he makes a nice cut, makes the first 2 miss as he makes that cut, and he takes it there for some nice yards. It'll be 3rd and about inches, and we've seen them run the ball each and every play so far. I'd imagine they're going to run the ball up them again and have some of those man-on-man blocks.
We've got 3rd down and about a foot to go. And Jackwell Evans is now at the back of the I formation. He'll receive this one. He is stopped quickly, but he gets a second surge, and that second surge may net him a first down, waiting for the official mark on the field as they put the football down. And it is going to be very close, Jonathan.
It looks like it's going to be very close. It looked like the initial call was at a couple of inches across, but now it looks like it's going to be much closer than before. But I think he did get the first down on it.
Yeah, I think the two different officials had 2 different spots. And so left side had a different spot than the right side. They went with the right side, which is the linesman. They went with his spot, and that spot was a little bit shorter than what the head linesman had. So they bring the chains out now, official timeout. And sure enough, this will be about, oh, wait. It looked like the chain moved at the very end there, but it looked like it was about a half a football ahead. So first down for the Raiders.
Yeah, the movement of the chains there almost made it deceptive. It looked like it was an easy first down, and then it ended up being much closer. But they still get the first down, and so we've seen these Rivera Raiders pound the ball and really just put the big bodies on the other big bodies. And so far they've been able to gain yards on Harlingen South each and every time.
And they're taking time off the clock. Now we're now on 6 minutes left to go in the first quarter. 7-7. We've got a ball game here tonight. Here we go. He rolls out this time. Quarterback looking left. He's going to take this scrambling. Going to try to run it himself. That's number 13, Danny Elizondo, the junior quarterback. And he will gain close to 5 yards on that scramble.
Well, we saw them attempt a pass there, or drop back for a pass. We still haven't seen a pass executed, but we have seen good run blocking. Right there we had a nice block by the running back. Evans takes out a free defender coming right towards the quarterback, cuts him, gives the quarterback enough time to look and decide to run the ball. And then he takes it up the middle. He had some good blocking up front, as no defenders were able to break free from their offensive linemen that were blocking them.
2nd down and 5 yards to go for the Rivera Raiders. Sends his fullback in motion. Evans will get the handoff, but they blow the play dead as soon as they make the handoff. We got a pink flag on the field again, and it's going to be on the offense. So that'll come back and it'll repeat 2nd down, but it'll be a 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, I didn't get to see the movement, but the refs saw it, and so they'll be taking it back. It looked like they had a nice play developing there again, but they'll be brought back, so it'll be 2nd and long. So for the first time, we see them in longer yardage situations on the night.
2nd and 10 for the Raiders. 5 minutes and 5 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Those of y'all listening live right now, we have a 7-7 ball game, and the Raiders are actually doing an excellent job of controlling the clock here in this first quarter and just churning up some yards slowly but surely. Here we go. Quarterback under center is going to hand it off to Evans. Evans makes a cut quickly, but he's going to be tackled, it looks like, behind the line of scrimmage. It will be no gain. Bring up a 3rd down and 10 for the Raiders.
Right there looks like a good play call by the coaching staff of Harlingen South, as right as they were trying to pitch it towards the edge, they had a defender coming in on that edge, makes the runner cut back way sooner than he had wanted to before the play could develop in the blocking. So he's taken down for basically no gain on that one.
We have not seen a pass play, or we saw a pass play but did not even attempt a pass. That's number 13, Danny Elizondo. So now on a 3rd and 10, they are at their own 47-yard line. You'd have to wonder if they're going to try to go to the air and get this first down. So here we go, Elizondo under center, 3rd and 10, and he's looking downfield. He has some pressure, and he's going to be sacked. Quarterback sack, number 18 for Harlingen South. That is Steven Rodriguez.
Yeah, we saw Steven Rodriguez come off the edge on the last play, and here we see him again. The last play he made, the big scare and forced the running back to cut up. This time he gets around the edge. They just played simple man-to-man on the edge. They only had 2 receivers on the one side, and Harlingen South bet that their athletes could win, and the quarterback doesn't even get a shot to throw the ball in the air as pressure came fast.
4th down. They will be punting this ball away, 4th and 14. The snap is good, and the punt is away. And the Harlingen South, that's Nick Garcia, is going to let it roll, and it's going to take a Raider bounce down to the 15-yard line. And so South Hawks will come back out onto the field again. Second time we'll see their offense tonight with 3 minutes and 19 seconds left to go in the first quarter. It is a tie ball game, 7-7, the Raiders and Hawks. And the Hawks bring their offense onto the field.
Yeah, that last punt was a little bit of a line drive. Coach looked a little upset that Garcia didn't call the fair catch and just catch it as the ball came with strong momentum. It hits the ground and bounces for about another 10, maybe even 15 yards for the Rivera Raiders. But again, it was coming pretty fast and hard, so sometimes you don't want to take that chance as a player out there. Coaches have full confidence in him, though. They wanted him to catch that.
They are on the 16-yard line, first down. For the Hawks. He's going to send his receiver in motion. Looking downfield, he has Preciado one-on-one, and he catches this at the 40. He's going to go all the way, ladies and gentlemen, to the 15, the 5. Touchdown, Harlingen South Hawks on an 84-yard pass and catch from Montemayor to Grant Preciado.
Okay, here we see play action right here. He knows he has the receivers one-on-one. There was a lot of pressure, but he sat in with confidence and just trusted his receiver as Preciado makes the big play. You said before, we've seen Preciado come alive this season, and here we see it as the Rivera Raiders are playing some very aggressive defense, really packing it in to stop the run. But now we've seen Montemayor make some big plays. I got to see if they make some adjustments because now they know that Montemayor can make those plays and will.
Well, I think that the obvious, very obvious thing that we're seeing here early is that Rivera is playing a one-on-one coverage on those receivers, and they're not going to be able to hang with him that way if they continue that one-on-one coverage. Here we go, 13-7. The extra point is up, waiting for the official call, and it is good. So it is now 14-7. The Harlingen South Hawks take the lead on an 84-yard pass and catch from Montemayor to Grant Preciado, the senior wide receiver. 14-7, 3 minutes and 8 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
I think they were betting. We haven't seen Harlingen South throw a lot of passes on first down, but it looks like the coaches were ready for it. They do a play action, get the defense coming up forward, and just attack that one-on-one. And there we see it's hard to cover the receivers of Harlingen South one-on-one, especially when the quarterback puts it. That was a beautiful pass.
That was beautiful, yes.
Hit him right in stride, right where the defender couldn't get it because he wasn't that open. He just was a little bit faster and had just put it over the top, and then the defender wasn't able to catch up to him. Tries to make a diving tackle, but misses his feet and runs in for the easy touchdown.
Well, you have no safety covering back there either, so this is totally one-on-one. There was no help behind the cornerback there, and like you said, it was just a perfectly placed pass. We call that in the bread basket as he caught it in stride, right over the shoulder, fell right in, and just an excellent pass. And we've come to see that from Montemayor this season. In his senior year, he's got a few years under his belt now, varsity, and he is making some incredible passes. So here we go. Harlingen South is going to get ready to kick this one out. Guevara, 83, will be kicking this, and it is going to be a shorter kick than what we're used to seeing. So this will be returned. Remember, they returned the first one for a touchdown. Here we go. He's trying to find some room on the outside, but it looks like he's going to be crowded quickly. That's number 15 for the Raiders. He will be tackled. That's Chris Montes, and he will be down at the 15, maybe 16-yard line of the Rivera Raiders. Long field to work with here for this Raider offense.
And the last time we saw the Rivera offense, we saw them consistently getting yards up the field. I think they were really stopped by a penalty, which was the false start. We saw them just running the ball, putting those big strong offensive linemen on the defense of Harlingen South, and they were able to gain 4 or 5 yards each and every time, using all 3 downs, controlling the clock, and getting the positive movement. But again, a penalty, a lot of times for teams that use that run game like that, will just crush you, and we saw it crush the last drive for them. Let's see if they can go out there and execute better this time.
Danny Elizondo under center this time. He's going to hand it off again to Jacquel Evans. Trying to find some space, goes left and tries to cut it back up the middle, but he's going to fall only for a gain of about maybe half a yard.
Yeah, right there we saw some penetration by Harlingen South's defensive linemen as they rushed up the field, causing the runner to cut back before his blocks were ready for him. So Harlingen South makes the stop for only a 1-yard gain. Good defense there for Harlingen South.
2nd and 9 coming up for the Raiders. Jacquel Evans has been a star for them so far tonight. Trying to get some space, but that defense is starting to tighten up now and have not been giving up those 3-4 yard runs that they were making popular in that first series. Here we go. It is handed off again to Evans. Evans runs into the back of an offensive lineman who is being stood up, and he will have very little gain on that play.
Yeah, right there we saw the defensive line hold up strong. They stuffed up the hole. The running back went up to the hole, looked around, was trying to find something, but there was really nothing there. He saw a little crack, tried to break it in through there, but there were defenders in the crack waiting for him, and he gets tackled right away.
Nowhere to go. That's going to bring up a 3rd down and 8. Ball on the 18-yard line of the Rivera Raiders. 1 minute and 42 seconds left to go in this first quarter, and it is Hawks 14, Raiders 7. Here we go. Number 13, Daniel Elizondo under center. Trips left. He's going to look left, looks back to the center. Oh, and he throws it in and out of the hands of his receiver. Intended receiver is number 2, Edward Rubio. Incomplete pass, bring up a 4th down, and the punt unit is on the field.
And there was a lot of pressure on him right here as we see him come back. The defensive tackle puts a lot of pressure. If the pass was a little better, I think he would have had the 1st down, maybe even a really big play, as there was no one on that side of the field. There was a man chasing him, but he would have had a lot of yards before the defender caught him. Unfortunately, the pressure got in his face, and he wasn't able to make the completion.
Here we go. Nick Garcia is going to be back to receive this punt. He's about the 50-yard line, so Harlingen South looks to get some good field position out of this punt. It is a beautiful punt spiral. Nick Garcia will call the fair catch, and he's going to catch it right about the Harlingen South Hawk. Let's call it the 47-yard line. So the Hawks will have a short field to work with. Remember, last time they were out 84-yard pass and catch, Montemayor to Preciado, and so they are in striking distance easily to start this drive.
Well, we saw in the last one they scored from 80 yards away. This time they'll be in much better field position. I want to see if Rivera will continue to test these receivers and test Montemayor's ability to beat them downfield. They've been focused in on stopping the run and playing simple man-to-man and even dangerous man-to-man, going one-on-one with no safety back. And let's see if what Harlingen South decides to do and what Rivera decides to do.
South will take over. 1 minute and 19 seconds left to go in this first quarter. 14-7, they lead the Raiders. Here we go. Montemayor is going to dish it out to his receiver, number 4. Nick Garcia's got some space to run. The 40, the 30, the 20, the 10, and he is gone for another touchdown. Harlingen South, this time on a 53-yard passing catch from Montemayor to his receiver, Nick Garcia.
It looks like the referees are discussing. There was a flag out there. I'm not sure what it may be a holding call by the receiver in the direction that it was thrown, and everyone's coming back. It looks like it will be a holding call, but we'll see.
Yes, it is. You're right.
That one I couldn't tell if it was man-to-man or zone. We did have the motion with Garcia coming across, but no one seemed to cover him. And so it was just one-on-one blocking by the receiver on the edge. Garcia makes the quick cut and around for the long touchdown, but they did call holding on the receiver on that one-on-one block. I'm not sure if that was a mistake by Rivera that no one followed Garcia, if they were just playing man-to-man or if they were dropping back in the zone. But no one was covering that initial flat there. Rivera gets a break, though, and it is a holding call. And so they'll have it 1st and 10 once again. 1st
and 10. This time they're going to have it at the Raider 48-yard line, so they actually gain about 5 yards on that play. But a big touchdown, and really that was all Nick Garcia because he caught that ball really close to the line of scrimmage, and he just took that across for about 53 yards. But like we said, penalty on the play. Ball comes back. Harlingen South will now have 1st down. It looks like there's a little bit of confusion here as to where they're going to set these chains. They actually set them back at the original line of scrimmage, but they're giving them a 1st down and 5. Yes, 1st down and 5. So that's really interesting there.
Well, the holding call is a call that's done on the spot of the foul, and so there's just some confusion. The chains should not have moved, only the yard marker.
1st and 5 now. Ball on the 48-yard line, so the Rivera Raiders touchdown just called back. And this time, Jaden Taylor, who hasn't touched it too many times, is going to get this. He's going to fall forward for a gain of 2 yards. He's going to bring up a 3rd down and 3 for the Harlingen South Hawks.
Yeah, we see some run play there, which 1st and short, 5 yards only. I think Harlingen South wanted to put the ball in Taylor's hand, let him get some rhythm going, because we've seen them light it up passing recently. But with the short yardage, I think they want to take advantage and get the simple 1st down.
2nd down, 3 yards to go, 35 seconds left to go in this 1st quarter. Hawks ahead 14-7. Nick Garcia in motion. Sean Montemor shotgun formation. He's going to look downfield. He scrambles, pressure, and he's going to be sacked. A big loss as the Rivera Raiders put some pressure on Sean Montemayor, and he's going to lose about 9 yards on that play. And it'll bring up a 4th down and about 14 yards to go.
Well, right there, Rivera, they get lucky there that the pressure was so much, and then Nick Garcia was wide open on the edge. Should have been a simple dump off to him. But as they tried brushing each other, the Rivera corner had put some pressure on him, pressing him, and forces them to run into each other, so you couldn't really see what was going to develop behind him. Montemayor also couldn't see because he had defenders right in his face, and so he'll get sacked for a big loss there. It's going to be 3rd and long. We haven't seen but once they've had 3rd and long, but they scored a touchdown on that 3rd and long, so we're going to see if Rivera is able to make some adjustments. The last time no one defended the receiver, and it was just simple pass and throw, or throw and catch. And so I'm sure Rivera is going to do a much better job of defending, see how they react to this 3rd and long here at the beginning of the 2nd quarter.
And we do switch sides now, as the 2nd quarter is now going to be underway. Fresh 12 minutes put up on the scoreboard. Again, 14-7. The Hawks are leading the Rivera Raiders, and this has been a good game so far in the 1st quarter, looking to spill over into this 2nd. Here we go, Sean Montemayor, 3rd down, 13 yards to go on the 44-yard line of the Hawks. Looking to make something happen. Montemayor's looking center field left now. He's going to let this one fly. He's got a receiver, but looks like there was a little bit of bump and run going there, but they're not going to call any penalty. So this will bring up a 4th down for the Hawks now, 4th and 13, and the punt unit makes their way onto the field.
Yeah, the fans are going to be upset on that one because there was a lot of collision going on. It's hard to tell who was forcing the collision on that one. It's fair that the refs did not make the call. Good pressure put on by the defenders on the edge by Rivera Raiders, forcing the pass to go pretty quick. And so they made their first stop of the night against this Harlingen South offense.
Chris Montes, number 15, is back to receive for the Raiders. He is about the 20-yard line waiting for this kick by Nick Garcia, and it is a high kick, and it's going to take a roll, and it's going to come out around the 17-yard line of the Rivera Raiders. So the Raiders will have this at the 17-yard line, 11 minutes and 46 seconds left to go in the 2nd quarter. Again, 14-7, and the Raiders are very much in this ball game.
Yeah, we saw the Raiders do really well in that 1st quarter as they took the early lead with the kickoff return, and then we saw the offense do pretty well. They only had 2 drives because of the kick return that went for a touchdown, but we saw one drive consistently go down the field. The other one was quickly stopped by Harlingen South, but we've seen a lot of good things out of this Rivera offense. See what they do here in the 2nd quarter as they take it from there on that 18-yard line.
Watch out for number 5, Jack Will Evans, and he does get this handoff. He's looking for some space on the right-hand side. Following a couple blockers, he's going to gain about 6 yards, in between 5 and 6 yards on the run.
Yeah, on the last drive that we saw Rivera have, the Harlingen South defense had a lot of penetration. No penetration on that one. He gets to just patiently wait behind his blockers. We don't see him make a big, strong cut. We just see him follow big boys, pushing the pile, and he gets 6 easy yards right there.
2nd down and 4 for the Raiders as they are going about their game plan to just gain 4 or 5 yards a run, take time off of the clock, keep it away from the Hawk offense. 2nd down and 4. Handoff again to number 5. He breaks 2 tackles, 3 tackles. He's going to be tackled finally, but it will be a first down for the Raiders as he is going to gain about 6, maybe 7 yards on that run.
All right, there we see a free defender coming on the edge, but the defender came a little too far up the field as he was only able to get one hand on him. He makes the nice strong cut, and then he makes another, just continues to run tight up against his offensive lineman and gets another block. We've seen this runner just be patient. We thought we were going to see a lot of explosive plays out of him, but he's playing against a really good defense. But what he's doing is he's just staying behind some big, strong offensive linemen.
Here we go, first down and 10. 10 minutes and 46 seconds left to go in the second quarter. And Jacko Evans will get oh, wow, he just bulldozes past a couple of defenders there, falling forward for a gain of 4 yards. Does number 5, Jacko Evans, who's been really the one to get the football tonight for Rivera. I would say he's carrying in the high 90 percentile. He's getting the touches on every play here.
And we're just seeing them consistently chop away up the field against this defense. They're not being fancy. They're not trying to do anything but run the ball right up the gut and off tackle. Everything's within the tackle or off the tackle here. As we've seen Rivera Raiders just chop away at this Harlingen South defense.
Second down, 6 yards to go. Just over 10 minutes left to go in this first half. 14-7, Hawks lead the Raiders. And this time play action. He's looking for a receiver in and out of the hands again of number 2. That's Edward Rubio, the tight end, who dropped a pass earlier as well, and he was wide open. That could have been a first down.
That should have been an easy completion right here as we see everyone comes in. They've been consistently running the ball really well, but he gets his eyes right off the ball at the last second. Ball bounces off his helmet after it bounces in the air. Should have been an easy completion. I think he got a little too excited seeing how open he was. A lot of times it's hard to catch you when you're that open because you just can't wait to start running. And that looks like that's what happened there. But two passes that we've seen thrown have both been to him, and he's dropped both of them as both have connected with his hands.
Well, Daniel Elizondo, the quarterback, has been making some good passes. They just need to be caught. Here we go. Again, he goes right back to his tight end, number 2, Edward Rubio, and this time he completes the pass. He catches this one, and it will be a first down for the Raiders as Rubio helps to convert on this series and keeps the drive alive.
Nice read by him. We see the tight end open there, and he has confidence in the tight end. We just said that he's dropped the last 2 passes that were thrown his way, but that time he gets another good throw, and we're seeing the replay of the old play, but the last play was very similar, and he does catch it right there about the same distance and gets the first down.
First down for the Raiders. Handoff. Pitch out to number 5, Evans. Scary pitch because, as soon as he pitched that ball, number 14 for the Hawks was right up on him. That is Zach Galindo. Thankfully, it was not fumbled. So just a short loss on that play, going to bring up a second down and 11.
It looks like Harlingen South may have gotten away with one there. It looked like many of the defenders had jumped right before the rest of the offense had jumped. So I'm not sure if they just were quicker to react to the ball movement, but it looked like many of the defenders of Harlingen South were a step ahead of the offensive line, and we do see that runner just come free before he's able to get any offensive lineman's hand on him and makes the big tackle.
Second down and 11. 8 minutes and 45 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Play action now. Looking downfield does Elizondo, and in and out of the hands of his receiver, number 34. I believe that's his fullback actually out in the flats. So that's going to bring up a third down and 11 for the Raiders on that incomplete pass.
Here we see some nice blocking initially. He has to throw it coming off his back foot as he's getting pressure on the backside, and he throws it behind the receiver. Even if he had caught it, they were going to get minimal gainage right there, maybe put them back at the original first down, but there was really nothing there for him as Garcia was on his favorite target so far of the night, number 2. It would have been too dangerous to throw right there. That was good coverage by Garcia. And he had one guy open, but it was going to be minimal yardage.
And so Daniel Elizondo, number 13, goes under center again. Third down, 11. He wants right. He goes left now. He's going to throw out for his screen to Jacquez Evans here, and he's got some space to run, but he's going to fall short of the first down on the running back screen. He went out fake left, spun around through right. Looked like it had a possibility of going for some yardage there, but it's going to come up short. So 4th down and 5 for the Raiders here. They will be punting again as we're ticking down close to the 8-minute mark here in the second quarter. Again, it is 14-7. The Hawks lead the Raiders.
Yeah, right there, senior Brandon Rodriguez makes the big arm tackle there to stop the first down.
And the snap is good. Punt is up. It looks like it's a good punt here. And it's going to roll all the way down to the Hawk, inside the Hawk 10-yard line. They're going to mark it down about the 9.5-yard line. So the Hawks will have a 90-yard field to work with to start off here their offensive drive in the second quarter.
Yeah, we saw the Rivera defense stop them on the last drive. And we've seen the offense for Rivera just slowly chunking away. They don't take a lot of big risks. They just kind of take what the defense is going to give them, or really they're forcing their way down the middle. So we've seen the clock eat up quickly here in this first half. We'll see what Harlingen South's defense, they want to answer back for being kept out of the end zone on the last drive. But they have a long field ahead of them this time.
And Harlingen South has not been able to get that run game going, and have done it all through the air. So want them out here. He's going to roll out. Option. He's going to pitch it to Taylor. Taylor tries to cut in reverse field, but there was great pursuit by Brownsville Rivera, and he's going to lose about 5 yards on that option pitch.
Yeah, it looked like right there he makes the pitch a little early, and the defender that was on the quarterback really just hustled his way out there and forced Taylor to cut in. Pretty impressive defensive play there by that defender as he adjusts and goes after the runner after the pitch is made. And then the rest of the defense was there. There was nowhere for Taylor to go.
Second down and 14, 7 minutes and 12 seconds left to go in the second quarter. They are backed all the way down at the 14-yard line. Montemao looking left. He's going to want to go downfield. He finds Preciado, but Preciado is going to come down really close to the original line of scrimmage, and so that's going to bring up a third down and probably about 9 yards to go.
Yeah, right there we see Preciado. He catches. They were giving up the short yardage throw right there, and he catches it, executes the short yardage. He was hoping to get some more yardage, but the defender comes up right away, makes the sure tackle, gives up about another yard after contact, but just from Preciado falling forward is all it was.
3rd and 8 coming up. 6 minutes and 38 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Montemayor, we've got movement at the end of the line. It's going to go either one way or the other, but it looks like the offensive player is hanging his head, so if it was my guess, they're going to call a false start here on the tight end.
Well, the tight end did react to the defender. Sometimes when that happens, they'll call it against the defense, and it looks...
Yeah, they are. They're going to call it encroachment. So they're going to say that the tight end moved because the defensive end came across the line and try to protect himself. So, hey, that goes for the Hawks there. They're going to get 5 yards out of that.
You know, big break for them because now it leaves them 3rd and short. They were backed up into their red zone, and so this will be very exciting for them to have a much shorter yardage.
3rd and 3 now for the Hawks, and again the defensive end jumps, but this time doesn't get any motion from the tight end. That's number 4, Angel Espinosa, putting some pressure on the tight end position there. 5 seconds on the play clock. I don't know if they're going to get this one off. Down to 3 now. 1. And they barely get this one off. So Montero's going to roll right. He's looking for his receiver. In and out of the hands of his receiver, number 8, George Garcia. And that will bring up a 4th down as this Hawk offense, the past 2 series, has just not been able to get it going.
Well, right there, Montemor put the ball right where it needed to be. The receiver got open. He just wasn't able to catch the ball. Hit him right in his hands and chest, but was not able to execute. It looked like it was some pretty good coverage initially, but just a great throw and a great closing of the route as the receiver came to the ball, just didn't close on it well enough and put it in his hands.
So Nick Garcia will be the punter here. 6 minutes and 29 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Snap is good, and the punt is up. It's a good punt. It's going to come down past midfield now, and it's going to be fielded by number 15, Chris Montes, and Montes will bring it across, but he is drilled as he gets across midfield, and he's still on the ground here. He pops up, but big hit there.
Yeah, we saw him make a couple of nice cuts right here as we see him catch it, cuts off, makes a cut, makes 2 defenders miss, and as he's being wrapped up, just the defender comes full speed. That's number 31, senior Eli Yanis. Just makes the strong play. It looks like it may have come out of his hands for a second as a lot of Harlingen South defenders jumped on him after he had been tackled, but they did call him down, and it looked like he had the ball anyways. So they'll get it in Harlingen South territory. We've seen them, when they've tried making it all the way up the field, they've been chopping away, but they haven't been able to finish the field, as eventually there's a play that puts them in longer yardage. But here we see they have a much shorter field, see if they're able to execute as they don't have to do such a long drive.
Danny Elizondo now is going to hand it off to his fullback, number 34. Fullback is going to get met really quickly at the line of scrimmage. Looks like we have a flag on the play, or is that a fumble marker? Yep, it is a fumble marker by the white cap referee on that one, and so that's a fumble, and Harlingen South recovers it. So just like that, it turns again, and South is back on the field with their offense.
It was hard to see what happened. I know as soon as he got the ball, a defender was there to meet him, and so I guess he must have dislodged the ball from him with the hit as he had just gotten it, so he probably didn't have full control of it. And big play by one of the Harlingen South defenders, just making the penetration and making the stop.
Well, the white cap right away, it looked like it was a flag at first, but he threw his beanbag on the ground, so that signifies that was a fumble. And so as he saw that, he threw that. Harlingen South ball. Here we go, 6 minutes and 9 seconds, and Hawks get the ball now right at the 50-yard line. Hand off to Nick Garcia around the left edge now to the 40, and he will be tackled, pushed out of bounds, but it will be a first down for the Hawks as they have recovered a fumble now, and now they are going to start a drive into Rivera territory.
And there we see that play again with a simple end around to Garcia. It's been a very positive play as the edge blockers have held their blocks, and then Taylor makes the lead blocks for Garcia there. We've seen them put that play up about 4 times tonight. They're probably averaging about 7 yards every time they do it, so it's been a very positive play for them.
1st and 10, Harlingen South Hawks, 6 minutes, 3 seconds left to go, and it is 14-7 timeout right now by the Hawks here. I think Lanny Wilson is running over. Is that Coach Wilson there? Somebody ran over and called a timeout. So timeout for the Hawks, first of the game here. 14-7. For those of y'all listening live right now at valleycentral.com, welcome to our broadcast along with KHGN here out of Bogus Stadium up in the press box with Jonathan Medina.
And right now we'd like to give a special thank you to our interim superintendent, Dr. Arturo Cavazos, and the rest of our school board members, starting with our president, George McShann, our vice president, Javier De Leon, our secretary, Greg Powers, and the rest of our members, Dr. Nolan Perez, Verna Young, Jerry Floriet, and Dr. Cesar Maldonado. Beautiful night tonight. Thank you to everyone involved. Again, we have great school leadership from our school board as well as our interim superintendent. Beautiful night for Friday Night Football, and what an exciting game, Aaron.
It's a good one. We've got a good one here at Bogus Stadium tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And, I was really hoping when that cool front came in the other day, I said it's going to be nice to have a game in the 50s or 60s, but no, back up to the 90s today. So we've got our traditional South Texas football weather, but it is still decent on the field. Here we go, 6 minutes and 3 seconds left to go, and South Hawks now have the ball on the 39 of the Raiders. Montemayor hands it out to Jaden Taylor. Jaden Taylor trying to get something going tonight, and he breaks outside. He's going to gain about 6 yards, maybe 7 on the run as he is trying to get his game off the ground.
Well, they haven't really been able to use him much, as what the Rivera Raiders have been giving to the offense has been plays on the edge and deep down the field. They've been stacked up all in the middle. On that one, it looked like there was some confusion as Garcia motioned across. 2 defenders went, and so that time Taylor did have some space to move.
2nd and 4 now for the Hawks. Montemayor in shotgun formation, down to 5 again on the play clock. They've been pushing that play clock tonight. Here we go. Waiting for the snap. Gets it off here, and Jaden Taylor is going to go forward, but he just doesn't have much to run. Jonathan, the defender, was right there to meet him, and one tackler was able to bring him down, which is not normal for Jaden Taylor.
Well, that tackler was able to make just a solid hit on him, as there's really more defenders than there are blockers, and so Taylor's going to have to, if he wants to get the ball moving, he's going to have to break 1 or 2 tackles before he really does anything, as he only is able to gain 2 yards on that play. The Rivera Raiders, they want you to throw the ball on them, or that's what they're trying to force this Harlingen South offense to do, is attack on the edge and deep down the field.
But be careful what you wish for. Here we go. Montemayor is going to go deep. They got what they asked for. Nick Garcia, the 5, touchdown Hawks. Jonathan, you just said they want for you to throw the ball. Well, you want it, you got it. Touchdown Hawks as Montemayor connects with Nick Garcia for about a 36-yard touchdown.
Yeah, and right there, they've had no answer for Garcia going down the field. Every time he seems to touch the ball, it's resulted with him going into the end zone, or at least on a passing play. Every time he's caught the ball, he's gone into the end zone tonight. I'd like to own him in a fantasy football league if I could.
He's done it on the ground. Remember, he had a good run earlier also from the end around. And he's had a couple of good receptions, touchdowns. So here we go. It's 20-7 awaiting the extra point. And guess what? Garcia is the holder as well. He's the punter. He's the holder. He's a returner, wide receiver, running back, everything. 21-7 as the extra point is good. 4 minutes and 35 seconds left to go in the first half. We've had a good game here tonight going back and forth, but South was able to recover a fumble at midfield, and they took advantage of that, punched one in for a nice over 35-yard touchdown pass by Montemayor. Makes it now 21-7. Bogus Stadium, Harlingen South Hawks lead.
Well, now we're going to see the Rivera Raiders start their offense. There's only 4 minutes 35 seconds. We've seen them eat up a lot of clock when they have the ball. We're going to see them. I think they're going to have to do something a little different on this drive. But talking about that defense that they've been running, they're putting the pressure on the quarterback to make plays in the air, and we've seen him make play after play tonight. I'm not sure they're going to want to keep that in the second half. I'd like to let a frustrated Taylor maybe force him to make some plays, because when you leave it into Garcia one-on-one and our quarterback here just making the big throws, every throw has been on the money so far when he's gone deep.
Totally agree. Well, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and say the same for Rivera. Elizondo's been on the money with his passes. Just unfortunately, he's had a handful of them dropped by his receivers this evening. But I think if I'm Rivera, I'd go back to Elizondo again and let him try to get the ball downfield, because there's been some openings for the tight end coming across the slant and even on the outside. So let's see what Rivera does here. But for now, Jackos Evans will take this at the 20. Trying to find some space upfield. He's going to be tackled down at the 25-yard line. Goes number 5, Jackos Evans, who has been really the main contributor on this offense and on the field tonight for the Raiders.
Yeah, we've seen him have some impressive patience as he's running the ball. He's been letting the offensive line make the blocks, and he just follows through patiently. And then we've also seen him make some big, strong cuts. He has kind of that Arian Foster cut style to him, as he just follows the block and then he'll suddenly make a cut. And so he's done a great job tonight. Unfortunately for them, when they've had their drives, they haven't been able to put any points on the board. But they have showed the ability to consistently move down the field against this Harlingen South defense, which we haven't seen many teams actually do.
Exactly. And that is Jaquil Rogers. And he is lined up in the I formation here. Oh, it's a fumble snap. And it looks like the Hawks will fall on top of this fumble here. They're gonna have to. Well, the white cap keeps saying no. That's Rivera ball. Yep, Rivera recovered it somehow. I thought the Hawks came up with that one.
Here we see him. The ball gets snapped and he falls down, and we see the defender go right there in between his legs, and he falls back. But somehow, in the middle of all of that, Rivera Raider was able to pull it out. Must have been one scrappy player just jumping in there, because
Christian,
there was really no chance for him, but he was able to pull it out.
Number 6, Christian Rodriguez, fell on top of it for the Hawks, and I thought he had it, but somebody wrestled it away from him. Here we go, Jaquil Rogers again. Evans, I'm sorry. Elizondo's going to roll out this time. He's going to take it himself. He's going to try to get upfield here. He's past the original line of scrimmage, but he's going to gain about 5 yards. It'll bring up a third down, and let's give it about 6 yards to go.
And right there we see Christian Rodriguez again coming in fast. He's been able to use his speed against this offensive line as he makes some quick penetration, jumping quickly on the snap. But he falls for the punt fake as he jumps into the air. A lot of times coaches will say don't jump when you're running free on the quarterback. And that time he escapes and does get through. But the quarterback makes some positive running there, and it'll be third and about 7 yards.
3rd and 7 for the Raiders. 2 minutes and 50 seconds left to go in the second quarter. And Elizondo rolls out. He's looking downfield. He's going to let this one fly. And that's in and out of the hands, again, of his tight end number 2. Contact as soon as the football hit his hands, but that is going to be a clean play. So it will bring up a 4th down for the Raiders, as they're not able to get anything going on this offensive drive.
Yeah, right there we see Rubio make the throw there, and it looked like he was about to make the catch, but he's fully extended, and we see senior number 2 Carlos Del Angel make the big play, closing in on him as soon as the ball made contact with his hands and stops that drive.
4th down, and now the punt is up, and it's a good punt again. And it's going to go towards number 2 for the Hawks. I believe that's Rubio. He reverses field, and he's past midfield now, down to the 40, out about the 38-yard line. We do have a penalty on the play, and that looks like that's going to be a late hit. But I'm sorry, the Carlos Del Angel, number 2 for the Hawks, on that return. He's got a great return there on that punt.
Yeah, great return. It looked like it was going to be a great play for Rivera as the ball was rolling on the ground, but he takes the jump on it and he catches it as it's rolling across the ground. And then we see Garcia making a great block on one player up the field, making the key block, and then someone else just really finished that block as the guy who was making the initial contact really got blown up. But big play for Harlingen South on that return.
Well, it seems to be some confusion. The chains have not moved yet. So we're waiting for the white cap. The white cap's going to come out. He's unsportsmanlike conduct on Rivera. I think they're trying to figure out what's going on as we are up here in the booth. But either way, it's 2 minutes, 24 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Either way, the Hawks will be getting this football, and it looks like they're going to get a good break there even at the end of that really nice return by Del Angel. And they're marching them all the way down to the Rivera. They're going to put it right down at the 13-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like the penalties don't cancel each other out. They just add upon each other.
Right.
So a 10-yarder and a 15-yarder, that gives them 25 yards without having to do anything.
Big hit against the Rivera Raiders because Harlingen South now is going to have this football here at the 12-yard line, actually, with 2 minutes and 24 seconds left to go in the second quarter. It is 21-7. The Hawks are now, it seems, well in control of this ball game, as it was a tough first quarter. But Harlingen South has been able to capitalize on a couple of big plays, a turnover, and then now 2 penalties at the end of a really nice punt return. And so they have a very short field to work with here as Montemayor goes in pistol formation. He's got Jaden Taylor behind him. 2 wide receivers, and Taylor will get the handoff here. Oh, he's got a full head of steam. Touchdown, Taylor. Finally, he gets a space where he can run through, and he was not going to be stopped on that run. A quick cut to the inside. Touchdown, Jaden Taylor. 27-7. The Hawks go ahead.
Yeah, there we see as Taylor makes the run, some good blocking of the offensive lineman, a bad read by the middle linebacker. He decides to run up the middle, trying to make the stop when the hole was on the outside left. And so Taylor pretty much gets to run in free. He only had one defender to beat who was going in the wrong direction, just gets his hands on him, but Taylor's a powerful back runs right through that. Big turn of events is the punt looked like it was a really good punt, just wasn't covered very well. And they get the great return followed by 2 big penalties and then a touchdown. So the momentum has quickly shifted into Harlingen South as 28 unanswered points have been put on the board. 2 minutes, 18 seconds left. 28-7, Harlingen South with the lead.
And you almost feel that now Rivera, that was very much in this ball game in that first quarter, is slowly allowing this game to slip away, just really with a couple of mistakes. And also, I have to mention that the offense for Rivera, while they have been doing a good job of clock control in the first half, and they have been chipping away at that yardage, 3-4 yards a play, they have not had any big yardage plays downfield. And so their inability to get downfield has really hurt them now. And so now it is not about controlling the clock anymore, Jonathan. Now you got to put some points on the board because South Hawks are now up 3 touchdowns with 2 minutes left to go in this first half. And the way that they're starting to put it together, they will continue to roll. So Rivera's going to have to switch from that clock management game to try to get some points up on the board.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be very difficult for them because the plays that have been working for them have been the consistent running of the ball up the middle that really just takes up the clock. And so we'll see something different right now as 2 minutes are only left. But as they go into the second half, unless they're able to punch it in right now for a touchdown in the last 2 minutes, they're going to have to change up their style of play in order to match up, because they've only been able to stop this Harlingen South offense on 2 drives. We've seen them, even though Harlingen South has had almost no time on the clock, they have put up a lot of points.
And here we go. We're going to have Jackwell Evans returning this one. He's up to the 20-yard line now. Breaks it across the 25. Close to the 30-yard line. They're going to mark him down at about the 30. And he brings it out. So the Rivera Raiders, they do have 3 timeouts remaining. 2 minutes and 11 seconds left to go in this second quarter. They are down 28-7 against these Harlingen South Hawks here at Bogus Stadium on this beautiful Friday night. And so they would like to, like I said, I think if I'm Rivera, you got to try to put something on the board. And so I think you got to let number 13, Danny Elizondo, let it fly here and try to connect. And hopefully one of the receivers will actually catch one of the really nice passes that he's been throwing tonight.
Well, it's going to have to be different, because I think you see Harlingen South, they know it's not going to be a run play right now. And so every play has been off of play action. And so we have to see him just drop back and throw the ball. But we've seen him throw the ball really nice. Yep. Just some receivers haven't been able to bring it in. But the ball has been hitting his receivers on the money.
And here we go. South's going to be in that cover 1 defense, 1 safety deep. He's going to hand it off again, this time to number 20, waiting for the number turn. You're back, and we can see that number 28. That's going to be Jer Guevara. No gain on the play.
Yeah, I guess they don't want to start passing the ball and maybe force another turnover or even give Harlingen South a lot of time on the clock. But it could be that Evans wasn't on the field. Evans is the guy that's been the playmaker for them, and he comes on as he was hurt on the kick return.
And he will come back on, but there's no rush right now. You know, to me, it seems that Rivera's going to just try to get to this locker room down 3 touchdowns. I will remind us that Harlingen South will have the ball in the second half, as they will be on kick return duty out of the locker room. So Rivera looks like they're just going to chip away here. That they're doing what has been working. But Harlingen South says, hey, timeout. Timeout taken, because they can score quick. And so they have 1 more timeout remaining. 3rd down coming up now for Rivera. If they can make a stop here, Harlingen South gets the ball back.
Yeah, well, we've seen Harlingen South score twice off of the very first play of the drive. And so Harlingen South, they can move the ball up quickly. They have a lot of confidence in their receivers and their quarterback, Montemayor. And so Harlingen South, they call the timeout. They want the ball back. So Rivera, they have to put a 1st down up on the board, because I don't think they want to give Harlingen South another chance at putting any points on the board. Is they're already down 3 scores, and they have a slow-moving offense. So they don't want to go down anymore at all.
Well, how about this decision? Rivera says, let's just take it to the locker room. Let's get in at halftime. Let's go ahead and swallow what we've given up here in this first half. But Harlingen South says, hold on, wait a second. We want a shot at this too. So Harlingen South is going to try to get a turnover on downs here, try to force them into 4th down. I would say probably take a timeout quickly if they can stop them on this play, and then get a big return out of Nick Garcia or I think Delon there, and try to put something up on the board. And like you said, Montemayor can go deep to Garcia, Preciado really quickly. So this first half is not over, folks, but a lot hinges on this next play.
Well, I think they also want to change what Rivera's doing. They've had some good opportunities running on them, and so they're going to try to force them into the passing plays all second half.
Here we go, and talk about passing. Looking downfield now. He's got a receiver one-on-one, but Nick Garcia is there. Oh, wow, and it is caught by the Rivera receiver. He's cut it back across the field. He's going to score. He is going to score. That is number 15, Chris Montes. What a huge play, as he went one-on-one against Nick Garcia, and he beat Nick Garcia. Montes, 60-yard touchdown pass.
Well, we see him. He was wide open to get the 1st down, so I thought they were going to throw it to him there, but it was just a fake. Elo Garcia had great positioning. He just was met by a receiver who jumped with perfect timing, and so the great timing by the receiver jumps up right in the air. And we've seen their quarterback make some beautiful throws, and that was just one more of them, as the receiver wasn't that open, and Garcia had great coverage. But again, the timing by the receiver jumping up, full extension into the air, catching it as Garcia was in front of him. It looked like he even got a little bit of a fingertip on the ball, but receiver makes the big play, and was able to keep his footing, which is another huge part of it. Is he jumped fully in the air. There was contact with Garcia, but he's able to hold on to it and runs it in for the rest of the end zone. As you said it before the game, we've seen 2 explosive plays. We saw a big kick return and now the big long pass. Big plays have kept Rivera in the game, and then the slow time that they've taken off the clock, I think, has kept it into this 2-touchdown range. So I think Harlingen South is going to be a little upset that they called that timeout now.
And I bet now they wish they would have had that back to let him go into the locker room. So we've got a 2-touchdown game, but more importantly, we've got a fired-up Raiders team over there on the sideline. Fans were up on their feet cheering, and so, you know, you get a little momentum shift like that. It can do a lot for this ball game. So Rivera, I tell you what they do not want to do. They do not want to give South the chance to return this one, get it way upfield and give them another. Because remember, South still has 1 timeout. So they can get some good field position off this kickoff. They could take it to the house. Here we go. The kick is up. It's a short one, so this will be returned. Quiroz, Frank, he muffs that one, but he's going to pick it up. He's bringing it out to the 10, and he gets hit hard at the 11-yard line. Fumble on the play as the beanbag goes down, but it looks like it was recovered. So it will be Harlingen South ball, but we talked about having good field position. This is not good field position. They're down on their own 10-yard line.
Well, as he drops it there, and he's carrying the ball a little loose, and then he just gets hit hard. And there we see great placement by the helmet. You know, perfect tackle, put your helmet right on the ball, and we see the defender coming full speed, a little too much there, and he drops the ball. But luckily for him, there was another Harlingen South player there, quickly jumps on it. But they will not have good field position. I imagine the Raiders are not going to play as aggressive with a straight man-to-man and put everyone else in the box.
And this will be a timeout here. It looks like the Raiders will take their first timeout of the first half as they want to make sure that they have the right defensive personnel on the field here. Looked to me as they were coming out that they're going to put 2 safeties back, which they haven't been doing. They've been running just a straight-up man-to-man. So here they're going to run a cover 2 defense, try to get some safety caps deep in case somebody's able to spring one on the outside. But 1 touchdown remaining for Harlingen South, and so you know that they can go downfield really quickly. 1 minute and 2 seconds left to go, so a lot can happen there. The Rivera Raiders want to capitalize on the momentum that they just built with that really beautiful touchdown pass, and they just don't want to give the Hawks a chance to put some points on the board and, more importantly, take that momentum back.
Well, I think the Rivera also wanted to see what Harlingen South was going to come out with. You know, with a minute left, they might have just wanted to run the ball and take the time off, but it looked like Harlingen South came out ready to try to put some points up on the board, as they should be very confident because they have moved the ball so well tonight, especially on big plays, so they don't need much time on the clock. But it looks like they will run a little bit different defense, as they do have 1 safety back, and these corners are playing with a lot of space between them and the receiver.
Well, Nick Garcia is not in the game, so the big time, so they're going to hand it up to Taylor. Taylor's going to bounce it to the outside to the 11, 12-yard line. He's going to be taken out quickly. So, you know, that tells me Nick Garcia is not on the field. They're probably not going to try to stretch their field too much. Of course, Preciado's still in, but their big playmaker is on the sideline. Clock's going to roll down to 42 seconds. They're not really rushing this too much. They're going to let that play clock. So looks like Harlingen South is going to take it into the locker room. They know that they're going to have it back in the second half again. And so they probably just want to run this one out. 32 seconds left to go in the first half. Montemayor is waiting for the snap. Under 10 now on the play clock. 2nd down and 6. He's going to look downfield. He's going to try to make something happen. Receiver is covered, and he's going to be sacked in the backfield. 3rd down and long now. But that could be the last play of the first half.
I'm a little surprised. He was holding the ball a little carelessly there as he took off with it. It looked like one defender almost knocked it out, but he was able to hold on to it. So they go into the half. The score will be 28-14. Harlingen South up ahead. Big plays by Harlingen South. Aaron, what do you think is going to happen in the second half?
Well, I tell you what, Harlingen South's going to come out and get the ball first. So Rivera really wants to stop them on that drive, create something, make something happen, because Rivera wants to get this momentum back. And so, you know what? I think we're going to have a second half that's going to be exciting. This is not the type of game that I expected, but it is good to see a good game here on Bogus Field. So we'll see you in the second half. Jonathan and Aaron, we'll see you back at ValleyCentral.com.